undisclosed land. A man that he spent 24 years in Europe. A man that spent 24 years in Europe. We are legally married. We did them trust.
With
the governor of Edo State, Governor Obaseki, you people should come to my rescue. I'm a widow with 4 children. Oba of Benin, everybody. Edo State, Nigeria, everybody come to my rescue. My heart is heavy. My heart is heavy. I'm a widow with 4 children. My husband died my husband was sick in Europe. They diagnosed him of cancer, and he was brought to Nigeria to find other means of treating him. They brought him to Nigeria. When they came to they brought him to Nigeria, his family, I never knew they had some conspiracy. I never knew they had other plans of killing him. So when they brought him to Nigeria, me and the auntie and some of the relatives, we went to the airport to receive him. We took him to Lutz, Lagos University Teaching Hospital. There in Lutz, we spent about 5 days there. Because the auntie and the mom and the relative, they saw their evil conspiracy, they could not achieve it there. They now discharged him from Lutz. They took him to Bagada General Hospital because of the auntie's connection there. Because the auntie have a little connection in Bagada General Hospital. So in Bagada General Hospital, we took a private ward where the family was coming to different kind of manipulation. The mother will come with different kind of medicine, water, spiritual medicine, and be putting on his body in the hospital. There are other clips I can even show to back up these clips that will back up this the nonsense, the manipulation in the hospital. In the hospital then, I was not begging them that please, this woman, they brought him from one of the best hospital in Europe, that they asked him, they discharged him, that we should go take him to Nigeria to spend the remaining days with his family. That they should please release him, discharge him, let us take him to Benin to look for other means of treating him. The family they were not fighting me. They were, in fact, every day in the hospital, it was fight here and there, every day in the hospital. From there, they now connived, they drove me out of the hospital. Even the passport, my husband's documents, all the things he belongs, the things he brought from Europe, his documents, his international passport, they forcefully collected all those things. My husband gave it to me immediately he came out from the airport. It gave those things to me. When that day they were driving me from the hospital, they forcefully collected those things from my hand. And they drove me out of the hospital. I left to my sister's place in Lagos, inside Lagos. There. It was during that period of cash scarcity, during election period. So, even before I left, I told my husband I should not worry, that I'm going to pray for him, that I'm not even leaving Lagos, that I'm still in Lagos, that I will come back and see him. So I now left for my sister's place. Coming back after the election, and I came back. When I came back, I met a different person. My husband was like, in fact, he was like a living, he was already dead. He was just struggling with life. And then when I even came, I met life support inside the room. My husband was struggling with this thing. I even met him. He was even telling he was now aggressive. My husband is a very quiet and calm person. He was aggressive. I was now asking the sister, what happened? Why did his condition deteriorated like this? What happened to him? I said, why is he not aggressive? He said she's tired that the whole thing started yesterday. I met my husband, he was screaming, he was asking. The only thing he was even saying, that was what my husband was saying. As he was saying it, the mother, even when they dropped me out of the hospital, the mother that was pretending that she was sick, the mother came to the hospital to say, have you seen where a sick person will come to the hospital to be nursing a sick person, taking care of a sick person? When they dropped me out of the hospital, because since my presence there, they could not achieve what they wanted to do. That was why, with the help of the auntie and the auntie's husband, one Mr. Chima, the auntie's husband, one Mr. Chima Wangogo, was the one that even stood his ground that I must leave the hospital. So, God, I'm tired. So when they drove me out of the hospital, when I now came back, as I asked my husband, I now asked the sister, I said, what is the condition? What happened? Why is this condition deteriorated to this extent? She now said she's tired, but she don't know what happened though, that since yesterday, the condition just started, was not aggressive, was just picking on anybody. Anybody that talked to him was not picking on anybody. It was grooming in pain and everything. So the mother, it was when I came that I even learned that the mother was not staying. Immediately I left the hospital, the mother came to be staying with them inside the hospital so that she can be able to carry out her evil manipulation. The evil things that they were doing that they could not do when I was there, they started doing it. So that day as I was there, my husband was still grooming in pain. I was not helping. I tried to carry him up. The auntie now said I should leave, I should not. I said, how dare you tell me my husband is grooming in pain? You are telling him I should not touch him. He said, there, the mother started shouting, that I have come again, oh, that I have come again, oh, that the auntie now went outside to call the securities and the nurses that they should come, oh, that there is a mad person here. So when they came, the mother fought me, tore my clothes, pinched my neck. They now drove me out of the hospital. That same day again that I came back to come and stay with my husband in the hospital, they drove me out of the hospital and I left. So when I left, because when I was even coming to Lagos to receive him, I came with my children. For like more than 1 month before that time, my children were not, they were out of school. So when I just saw that I have lost it, I cannot fight the battle alone again. Even my relatives in the back home, they were even telling me that they want to come to Lagos to come and back me up, because I was telling everybody what I was going through. They said they want to go to the palace to inform the palace so that the palace should be aware of what is going on. So when they finally drove me out that same day, I left. When I got to my sister's place, I told my sister that, in fact, I cannot fight this fight again. Let me just leave my husband with these family people and go and take care of my children. So the following early morning, I left Lagos for Benin. I was on my way to Benin. On my way to Benin, okay, my husband's what they call is old student in this this thing. They came together. They said they want to send some delegates to come and see him, because the old student they came at a time they now said they want to come into it so that they can take him from that, because the hospital they later took him to is a general hospital. Even in the hospital there, the team of doctors comes several times to tell us that we should discharge this man from this place, that what they are giving to him here is palliative, that this is not a cancer center, that we should discharge him to a cancer center, or we should look for other means of treating him. That so anytime they come like that, not knowing, because anytime the doctors they come, the auntie will drive me and the sister that is there, we should leave. So all this while the doctors were coming, that was what the doctor was telling her, but we didn't know, because she's always driving us out of the room. But there was a particular day the nurses came, the doctors they came, she was not around. So the doctors now told her that, why is this man still in this hospital? We've told this woman, these people several times to discharge this man from this place. Why are you people still keeping this man here? So when she came, we passed the message. She was not angry that why will a doctor come and pass us message to patient and the relatives. So another time again, the team of doctors that came again. This time they met all of us inside the room. As they wanted to talk, the auntie nurse told the doctor that the doctor should wait, that we should excuse them before they start talking. The doctor now said, we cannot, because we came before and we met this lady, and I believe this one is the wife, because they introduced themselves, and so there's no need of us excusing anybody. So the doctors, they now said everything they need to say that this man is not supposed to be here. What the auntie was not telling him, the auntie said, we know all hope for medicals have failed, but we are just banking on God for miracles. Then one of the doctors said, if you are believing God for miracle, you are not supposed to be keeping this man here. You are supposed to take him to a church or somewhere else where you can get access to pastors and the rest others. The auntie now said they should not worry that distance is not a barrier for healing. So when the doctors they finally left, that after talking to us, when they left, I knelt that I was not begging this auntie. I said, please auntie, please don't let this man die. Please, because of my children, please allow this man. Let's discharge this man, take this man back to Benin, so that we can go and look for other means of treating him. That day again, we fought. That was the day they fought me again. That was the day the auntie's husband that came, Mr. Chima. She now came, the man that came that I must leave the hospital, that I am a negative energy. That was how they drove me out of the hospital. I left. Before I now came, the day I said I came, I met him in that bad condition. They fought me again that day I left. Before I now came, I was on my way from Lagos to Benin, when one of the students, because I was supposed to bring the student to the hospital to come and see him, but because they cannot gather that, because of one thing or the other. When I left, I was on my way when the students now coming that they are at the gate of the hospital, that how can they reach me? And I told them I'm not in the hospital, but I directed them on how to get to the ward where my husband is. That was how they left. I was inside the bus going to Benin. So all the while, the friend where they were coming, another of the friend again, one Mr. Bright, my husband, very good friend, called me again and told me he was at the gate again, that I now told you, I saw some of the students, they have gone to see him, and I directed him to on how to reach my husband. It was this my husband's friend that got to the hospital that now called me later again that said there is a bad situation, that he came and he met a bad situation, that when he came, my husband has already passed on. Now my husband has already passed on. This is a man that, oh God, that my husband has passed on. I was on my way from Lagos. In fact, Nigeria, good people of Benin, the palace of, you people should come to my head. Come and fight this fight for me. Because as I'm thinking now, after 2 weeks of my husband passing, nobody communicated to me, nobody spoke to me, no member of the family spoke to me, neither did they speak to my children to tell us my husband has passed on. It was my husband's friend that told me that day that my husband has passed on. Nobody talked to me. After 2 weeks, so they printed a poster that they want to do my husband's burial. My husband, this is my husband's maternal family that are doing this rubbish now. They printed my husband's a poster planning to do my husband's burial. Unknown to me, they've never passed the message that my husband has passed on. They printed a poster that they want to go and bury my husband. It was the message, that information I got that made me, my family, to take a petition to Zone 5. My family, my father, with the help of the uncle, wrote a petition to Zone 5, to anti-vice in Zone 5. So we were 2 weeks after the passing of my husband. My husband passed on the 28th of February. So after this, we are at Zone 5 since. The anti-vice Oga there, he spoke to us and told us that since it's family matter, we should go home and resolve this issue. That was how we came home, and we talked. The paternal family, they said my husband, before this time, his late father, they've not buried him, that we must go and bury the late father before we will talk about his burial. That was how me and my children, me personally, did the burial of me and my children and my husband's half brother. We went to Onwan West, because my husband is from Onwan West, from Aviosi. That was how we went to Aviosi to do my husband's burial on the 17th of we went for the the final burial of my husband's my late husband's father. So after the burial, in the burial, the mother came. They invited the mother. They asked us about his achievement, because they don't know much about my husband, because my husband's mother took him away from the paternal family. He does not know. He took him away from the paternal family. So when we went for the burial, the paternal family, they don't know much about him. So they asked me and the mother in the meeting that we should tell them about my husband's achievement. That was how we told them everything. We told them everything. The mother was lying. In fact, the whole family now saw it, that the woman killed the son because of his properties, because she was just lying and saying rubbish. So the papers in our custody, they asked us to bring it before the burial. The ones in my custody, I submitted it, I took it to the family. The ones they asked the mother to bring, the mother refused to bring it. So they now fixed a date. They said we should come back for that. They said we should fix a date and invite them so that they will come and carry out the burial. We came back, the half brother fixed a date and informed the maternal family. The maternal family said, because the paternal family, they said this is the house he built. This is the house he built. They said this is the only house he has completed. This is where he's going to be buried. The mother now fled up. He said that he said over a dead body, would they allow? Will she allow my husband to be buried in the house? Because she's living in the house. For that reason, my husband, saying in Benin tradition, they don't bury his own house he built with his money. The mother said he will not be buried in the house. So that was how, it was not talking about tradition. That was how we went to the Oba Palace. We went to Oba Palace so that the chiefs there, they can tell us on how to go, whether in Benin tradition, whether if somebody built a house and the person puts his mother in the house, if the person passed on, if the person cannot be buried in the house. That was how we went to the palace. We went to the palace, they served her paper, she didn't come. She refused to come. When the day of the sitting, the chiefs, they now called her. When they called her, she said She ran to the princess of the monarch. She ran to the princess that she was not finished. She went to lie to the princess. I don't know what she went to tell the princess. So the princess stood by her. That was the reason why she did not come and answer the summon in Oba Palace. So after then again, we went to Zone 5 to tell the officer that told us to go and resolve the issue. So we went back to him. The officer was standing there surprised. He said, so we have not buried this man all this while. He now said, okay, what happened? We now told the officer. He now asked us to invite the paternal family and the maternal family. Let him hear from them. So that, so we invited them. They came. They spoke. The mother was still standing her ground. The officer told the mother that it's a taboo in Benin, that in Benin tradition, that a mother is not supposed to be talking about his where they will bury his son. So as far as the paternal family, they've spoken. Anything you will say, even though you take the matter to the palace or to the court, their words stand, because they are the one that is going to carry out the burial. Say the only thing we are going to do now is to plead. He says, so on behalf of the family, he want to plead that since Mama is saying they want to see my husband's grave outside, he want to plead to the family that they should bury him in one of our rooms so that Mama will not be seeing his grave outside. Mama still stood on it that over her dead body, she will not allow my husband to be buried in the house. Why I came now to cry to the good people of Edo State and the good people of Nigeria that they should come and fight this fight for a widow with 4 children. Widow with 4 children, because I don't know after today now, as I'm talking to you right now, today being what is today's date? Today being 22, my husband, to 23 of August, today being 23 of May. They just buried my husband. I don't know. They went to purchase a land. I don't know where, at Utesi community, where they went to bed. They took, in fact, the matter we went to, we heard about the burial. So we went to the same Zone 5 to report it. They asked us to write petition. We wrote a petition to Zone 5 for them to give us officers to stop the burial. We got to Zone 5 today to pick up the petition. Petition that they've already approved. The officer that went to collect the petition, he came and said they approved the petition. Later they cancelled the petition. They said the mother came and bribed them. That is why they cancelled the petition. So they could not give us officers to go and stop the burial. So I'm talking to you that they've laid my husband. They buried my husband in an undisclosed land in Utesi. They buried him without the knowledge of me and my 4 kids. You should come. Without the knowledge of my children. Good people of Edo State, Nigeria, Maseki, Oba Bini. You people should come to my rescue. Look at my children. They have buried my husband. As I'm talking to you now, they just buried my husband. My husband's maternal family. They have buried my husband. They have happened because of property, because they want to collect this property from us. That's the reason why they buried him in an undisclosed land. A man that he spent 24 years in Europe. A man that spent 24 years in Europe. We are legally married. We did a church marriage. We did a court marriage. We did traditional marriage. Just look at our picture, our wedding pictures. We did everything. Please, you should come outside and see the kind of the acres of land that this man owned, 100 by 130. They did not let. Please, my brother, come and show these people. Open this gate for me. Give me the key. This is my husband's compound. Come and see the plot of land, my husband. They did not bury him here. Look at the compound. 100 by 130 acres of land. Come and see it. You people should come and see. Good people of Edo State, look at my husband's compound. Look at space everywhere. He owned this compound. He owned other properties. Look at the mother and the family. They went to bury him at Chelsea. I don't know where they acquired it. Look at the car. When he after building this house, he asked the mother to park him. The mother said if he does not give him mobility, he will not come. That was how my husband bought this car for the mom. This car. Since he bought the car for the mom, he has not come to Nigeria. After buying the car for the mother, he had a problem in Europe that held him in Europe for over 5 years. Coming to Nigeria and I came with sickness and they killed him in Lagos. Killing him in Lagos. Have you people seen where maternal family buries a man? They bury me with legal. Look at the last picture we took before he left Nigeria. Look at it. The last picture we took together as a family before my husband left Nigeria left Nigeria. Look at my last baby. It was 7 months when my husband left. Come and see the child now. This child is going to 6 years now. The child is 6 years now. The child does not know the father. Nigeria, Edo State. Oh, God, look at this, the baby. Look at the baby now. The baby is a big boy now. The boy he have not seen
the insanity that is bothering you, my friend. Please say it so others will learn. Bring it to true dreams with levity, and God will be your strength. Bring it to true dreams